Hey there, everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, Strat-O-Matic Baseball. Let's see, what do we got here? We got the Mets. April 14th, 1970, Mets at Pittsburgh. The Mets record up to this point is 4-1. And the Pirates 2-3. Let's see what happens in this one. It's going to be Doc Ellis versus Jerry Guzman. Should be a blast. Let's go over the lineups. So it's Pittsburgh at New York. I have this reversed for some reason. I don't know why. So Koosman's going to be facing Matty Alou in center, Mazarowski at second, Clemente in right field, Robertson in left field, fourth. Fifth is Pagan, third baseman. Had to create him. Ali, the shortstop. I'm looking for those extra players, man. If you have those extra players, I will be very, very grateful. Oliver, first base, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Jerry May, the catcher. Doc Ellis, the pitcher. For the Mets, it's Agee in center, Harrelson at short, Foy at third, Cleon Jones in the cleanup spot in left field, Shamsky the first baseman, Sobota in right field, Boswell the second baseman, Grody batting eighth at catcher, and Jerry Guzman the lefty batting ninth. Let's do it. And these are the original cards. So just to let you know, and that's going to be a 6 and a 9. So it's going to be off the pitcher, Koosman, and a 9 is going to be a fly ball to center field. Over comes Agee. One down. All right, next up is Bill Mazurowski. I can't even tell you the side they bat from because these cards, the originals, 1970 originals, don't even say that. This is going to be off Mazurowski's card of 5, and that's bounced up the middle and through for a base hit. So what do we got? We got a center field out, and then we got a single up the middle. Now I'm using this new setup here so you can see a scoreboard on top. That's the reason I'm doing it. You can keep track of the score. Here's Roberto Clemente. Write in the comments if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, let me know. It's going to be column 1 on Clemente, and an 8 is going to be lined for a base hit to left center, and going to third is going to be Mazarowski. So first and third. All right, so Koosman's in a little bit of a bind right now with one out and first and third. We're going to play back. We're going to let a run score. We're going to play back for the double play. Here's Robertson. And that's going to be a 5 and a 3 is going to be a ground ball shortstop X. So we could get something good out of this. Could get like a double play out of this, which would be nice. Shortstop is Buddy Harrelson. Buddy Harrelson, of course, is a 2, and it's a 16. And it's going to be 3 out, which is a fielder's choice. 6-4. Oh, wait. No, wait a second. Runner on first is out at second, providing there is one completion of a double play. Other runners advance. So it's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. So 6-4-3 double play. Big double play for the Mets. No runs. 2 hits. And only one left. 6-4-3, so it's Harrelson to Boswell to Shamsky. All right, here is Tommy Agee leading off for the Mets, and that's a 4 and a 7, and that's a strikeout. Got him looking. Next is Buddy Harrelson. Harrelson with a 6 and a 5, and that is ball 4. So he walks. On at first, so it's a strikeout and a walk. Foy is up next, and that's a 5 and a 7, and that's a strikeout. So 2 Ks for Ellis. And Cleon Jones with a 6 and a 5, and that's a ball 4. So Doc Ellis is struggling finding the plate here early. And here's Don Clemente. No, here's now it's Art Shamsky should be up now. What did I do with Art Shamsky's card? That's Jones. All right, I didn't do the Mets. Okay, that's why. So we got Shamsky and Sobota. Sobota, Grody. Don't know what's I'm missing. Garrett. Garrett is Boswell. No, not. Boswell should be here somewhere. Should be on the team. Don't know if I have to create a Boswell. I'm not seeing. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, for some reason it's not letting me pause my recording. Let me see what happened to Shamsky, because I cannot find him anywhere. Let me see. Hold on. Forehausen, Grody, the pitcher. What? Oh, wait, I see something under here. Okay, Jesus. Boswell and Shamsky. Okay, so I got Shamsky, I got Sobota, and then I got Boswell. That was spooky. All right. So there'll be no pausing in this game for some reason. Gotta find out why. All right, so runners on first and second. Here comes Shamsky. Here's a pitch, and that's a 1 and an 8, and that's going to be ball 4. So Ellis has loaded the bases here in the bottom of the first inning. And it's Ron Sobota. He batted 233. Here's a pitch, and that's a 5 and a 10, and that's a fly ball center field X. The center fielder's Alu, which Alu is a 2. No, this was that was my APA game. Hold on. So that was my APA game. Alu's going to be a 2. There's a 2 here as well, and I'm going to throw that a 20-sided die. A 2, we roll the 9, and that's going to be a drive, and he does not get there. It's going to be a, with a 2, advances 2 bases, so 2 runs will come in on a double by Sobota. He's digging for second. Here's the throw, not in time. Harrelson scores. Right behind him is Jones. Shamsky stops at third, and the Mets lead it 2-0. No, I'm going to back up. There we go. It's going to be second and third now. So Sobota with a huge hit picks up a couple RBIs, and it's going to be Ken Boswell. And it's going to be a 5 and a 7, and that's a strikeout. So 2 runs come in on 1 hit and 3 walks, and Ellis finds himself behind in this game. 2-0. We go to the top of the second. It's going to be Jose Pagan. I recreated this card using the nameless players. That's going to be a 4 and an 11, and it's a ground ball pitcher. Pitcher is a 2. So far I've had 3 of these X's. I'm not a big fan of the X's, but it is what it is. So pitchers are 2 and a 16. It's going to be an out. Picked up by Koosman, and he gets him at first. All right, so 1-3 there. And next is Gene Alley with a 6 and a 9, and that is a fly ball to Agee in center. 2 away. Al Oliver next. Boy, these are really sticky cards. And next is Al Oliver, as I said. He's a lefty. It's a 1 and a 7, and that's line and caught by Shamsky at first. So 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the second. L3. And now in the bottom of the second, we have Grody leading off. Here's Doc Ellis with the pitch, and that's a 4 and a 7, and that's a strikeout. So he's got 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a double. And he finds himself behind 2-0. Interesting. Here's a pitcher. Pitcher Koosman is a 1 pitcher. So that's going to be a 6 and a 9, and that's a base hit for Koosman. Tommy Agee's up next. Pitch, and it's a 1 and a 4, and that's going to be a single. Runner will stop at second. Next is Harrelson with 1 out and 2 on. Pitch to Harrelson. That's a 1 and a 7. That's popped up. Infield. Backing up a few steps onto the outfield grass is Mazarowski, and he makes the catch. Infield fly rule on that one. So 2 outs. And Joe Foy picked up from the Red Sox. That's a 5 and a 9, and that's a fly ball. A drive to center field. On the run is Alou, and Alou runs it down, makes the catch. That retires the side. No runs. 2 hits. 2 left. Go to top of the third. Al Oliver in the top of the third. Actually, it's May. That's a 3 and a 9, and a 9 is a strikeout. Jesus. Having issues here today. Here is the 1 for the. He's a 1 pitcher card, so I can use the same pitcher card for both. Or I can grab another one. I had a bunch of them here. Alright, here they are. Another 1 pitcher card. 5, 4, 4, 6, 2. Here's another 1 pitcher card. I usually just lose them because I leave them in the teams. So I got to remember to get them out. So Doc Ellis is up. There's a pitch from Koosman, and it's a 5 with a 4, and that's going to be a split on the pitcher. This is one thing that I don't agree with, because, you know, in these old days, you can power. If no rating on pitching card, assume a W rating. Ah, I see. Okay. So I guess it's a W rating. I don't know what that means. So anyway, it's going to be a 4 on a 5 off Koosman. That's going to be a triple, or a 16 is a double. So a double for Ellis. I don't know if he hit any doubles, but that's what it is. A double for Ellis. So May struck out, and then the pitcher doubles. And here comes Matty Alou. Matty Alou with a 1 and a 6, and that's going to be line and caught by the first baseman. It's ripped down the line, and Shamsky is right there. L3, and here comes Mazurowski. Bill Mazurowski, righty hitter. 5 and a 4. 5 and a 4 again is one of those rolls, a triple double roll. Second one, and that's going to be a drive down the line. That's a fair ball, and it rolls away from Cleon Jones. Scoring is Ellis. Mazarowski around second, trying for third. A throw to Foy, the tag, and he is safe with a triple. 2-out triple, RBI triple. Drives in number 9, and he's on at third. Scoring is Doc Ellis. And here's Roberto Clemente. Pitch is a 1 and a 2, and that's a ground ball second base. Easy play for Boswell, and that retires the side. 2-1 now. The Pirates pick up a run on 2 hits. Go to the bottom of the third. Cleon Jones. And that's a 4 and a 10. A 4 and a 10 is a base hit. Rips one to center field, played on a hop by the center fielder, Alu. And here is Art Shamsky. And Shamsky's going to bunt. Should be a good bunt on a 10. Batter safe. No, they get the lead runner. Who gets the lead runner? Let's see. See if it says it. On a 10. Gotta open this. I folded it. On a 10, it's going to be batter safe. Lead runner's thrown out by pitcher, so it's 1-6. Fielder's choice, Shamsky. All right, fails to do the fundamentals. And here's Sobota. Pitch. That's a 4 and a 9, and that's a base hit. And Shamsky's not a fast runner. Will he go to third? 1 to 11. No, he'll stop at second. I'm pretty conservative, unless I'm playing the 1980 Athletics. Here is Kenny Boswell with runners on first and second. It's a 5 again, and it's 5, and that's a fly ball to center field. Easy out for Alu. And here's Grody. With a 2 and a 6, and that's going to be popped up. Shortstop Alley calls for it, and that retires the side to go to the top of the 4th. This game moves. I like that. Here's Robertson, pitch from Koosman. It's a 1 and a 2, and it's a ground ball hit up the middle, and Harrelson gets there, spins, throws to first in time. 1 down. Next is Jose Pagan. He had 250 at bats. I can't believe that there's no card for him. It must be in the extra players. So, did they have extra players in 1970? 2-3, and that's a ground ball right back to the mound, right back to Koosman, who throws out Pagan. So 1-3 there. And who's up now? Gene Alley. Pitch from Koosman. Winds and deals. That's a 2 and a 9, and that is a fly ball left field. Will Jones get there? Yes, he does. No runs. No hits. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Doc Ellis versus Jerry Guzman. Got a nice matchup here today. Jerry's gonna lead off. He's got a hit today, and so does Ellis. That's a 6 and a 9, and that's gonna be a base hit again. 2 singles for the pitcher. Holy smokes! He did give up 200 hits in 200 innings, so he gives about a hit an inning. Here's Tommy Agee. He's got power, so I'm not gonna bunt with him. So it's going to be a 6 and a 10, and that's going to be a single, and Koosman will stop at second. So single, single. Now we're going to get a bunt, and we all know that our boy is bunting, so we're going to move him down. What is he, a bunt rating? Oh, there's no bunt rating in this game. There is no bunt rating, so it's just straight off the red. It's this one here. So what did I roll? A 6, and that's going to be a batter's thrown out by third baseman. So it's going to be a 5-4 successful bunt. Both runners move up. And here's that was Buddy Harrelson, and here comes Joe Foy with second and third. They are going to play. They're going to have to play in, and that's a 5 and a 10, and that's a fly ball center field X. So the center fielder we said was a 2, and that's going to be a 19 on a 2, and that's going to be roll a 20-sided die again. That's going to be a 15 on a 2, and that's going to be a single. Base hit, 1 run comes in, and batter on to second on an error. So it's a single and an error. 2 runs will score. One scores on an error, and the other one scores on the single. Single and an error on the center fielder. So let's do that. Here it is, single and an error on the center fielder. And the Mets are up 4-1. Here comes Cleon Jones with the runner on second base now. Jones is 1 for 1 with a walk, pitch from Ellis. And that is a 3 and a 9, and that's a strikeout. So, get some looking. And here comes Archamsky with 2 out. Pitch from Ellis, that's a 6 and a 7, and that is going to be a 1-5 single. Otherwise, it's a line out, and it's a 16, so it's line and caught by the third baseman, L5. Should be the first baseman because he's a lefty, but that's okay. So 2 runs on 3 hits and an error, and Chansky lines it out, and we go to top of the 5th, 4-1 Mets. All right, 4 and a 5. 4 and a 5 is a popped up right side. That's Shamsky over there, and he makes the catch near the stands. And Mays up, catcher, and that's a 1 and a 9. That's a ground ball to third. Foy throws him out easily. 5-3. And here's a pitcher who's already got a double. Let's see if he gets another hit. It's a 1 and a 3, and that'll be a ground ball. Easy play for Boswell, and that retires the side. Go to bottom of the 5th. Ron Sobota leading off. It's a 6 and a 6, and that'll be a base on balls. It's his 4th walk of the game. Boswell will bunt, and it's a 7, and that will be batted thrown out by first baseman. So it's a good bunt. 3-4 sacrifice. A walk and a sack. That puts another run on second base. Here's Grody. A 2-2, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. And they'll hold at second base. And here's a pitcher who's got 2 hits. Koosman today with 2 hits. That's a 5 and a 10, and that'll be a fly ball center field X. Reddy's got an error out there. That's going to be 11. And it's a base hit. And another run will score. RBI single, and Koosman's 3 for 3. So today it's all about the pitchers. Ellis with a double and Koosman with 3 singles. All right, Tommy Agee. It's a 5 and a 5, and that's a fly ball. I'll lose under it, and that retires the side. All right, top of the 6th. Let's move this along. See what happens. Leadoff hitter. So 1 and an 8, and that's going to be a drive. And that's going to be a cut off quickly. And it's a single. Put it in the wrong spot. So a single for Alu, and here comes Mazarowski. I'm going to try a hit and run here. And a hit and run. Where is the hit and run? Ah, there it is. We got a 6, and that's going to be ground ball second base. Runner advances. Wanted to stay out of that double play, so it's a single. And a 4-3 grounder. Here is Roberto Clemente, who's 1 for 2. He singled in the first and grounded out in the third. And that's a 6 and a 6, and that's a base hit, and runner will hold at third. So Clemente with his 2nd hit of the game. Still doesn't match Koosman, who has 3 hits. Here's Bob Robertson. He's got good power. And that's going to be a 3 and a 4, and that's a triple-double. Let's see what it is. It's going to be a triple. So that's a drive off the wall. And scoring is Alu. Right behind him is Clemente. And into third base standing is the big bopper, Bob Robertson. So 1 and 3 And a triple. Wow. So that now the score is 5-3 with a run with 1 out at third base. And here's the pitch to Jose Pagan, a 6 and an 8. That's going to be a base on balls. So the catcher, Grody, is going to go out to talk to Koosman, settle him down a little bit. He's obviously a little bit upset, if you will, unsettled, because after that 2-run triple and a walk, and here's Gene Alley, first and third, so the tying run is on at first now. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be a 3 and a 6 and a, ooh, it's going to be another hit. Better not be a 1. That's going to be a base hit single. Runners will advance. 1 runner, another to third. So it's an RBI single for Alley, and that scores number 4. That puts runners on first and third. And now the tying run is in scoring position with only 1 out. Let me take a quick sip of lemonade. All right. So the Mets are going to have to play the infield in first and third. Here's a pitch from Koosman. It's a 4 and a 6. We need a pop-up. Perfect. Infield. Shortstop. Harrelson. So they pop up. Oliver. Big out. Jerry Guzman. And here's Jerry May. And it's going to be a 5 and a 7. And that struck him out. Big strikeout to get out of that inning. Tying run at third is left stranded at third base. So 3 runs come in on 1, 2, 4 hits and a walk. Yikes. All right, so far so good for the Mets. And here's Bud Harrelson leading off. That's a 3 and a 7, and that 7 is a base on balls. Number 5 for Doc Ellis. Foy's going to bunt. Boy, I got a bunting feast here. If it wasn't for my bunts, we'd probably have 5 more runs. So that's a 9, and the 9 will be batter safe. Runner thrown out by catcher. So 2-6, fielder's choice. So it's a walk, and then a fielder's choice. Let's see if I can find it here. 2-4. I got a 2-4. I got a 2-6. All right. And Cleon Jones is up. Here's a pitch, and that's a 4 and a 3. And a 4 and a 3 is going to be a strikeout. So Doc Ellis blows a fastball by Cleon Jones for the 2nd out of the inning. And here's our chance. Now Foy, can he run? Let's see if he can try to steal a base. Foy. He's an ace stealer, so we're going to try to steal with him. There he goes, and he is out. He is out. So it's gonna. We're going to say it was a lefty batter, so it's going to be a 2-6, caught stealing, and that ends the inning. All right, we go to the top of the 7th. Trying to push these pitchers a little bit longer than they normally would go, since I have only the 20 cards set. I don't have a lot of pitchers on these teams, so here's Doc Ellis swinging in the top of the 7th. That's a 2 and an 8, and that's a strikeout. Top of the order now. Here is Alu, and a 2 and a 3, and that's going to be a ground ball. Ripped to second base. Boswell throws out. Alu 4-3. Bill Mazurowski with 2 outs. Mazarowski today is 2 for 3 with a triple and a single. He picked up an RBI. There's a pitch from Koosman, and that's a 3 and a 7, and that's a hard hit ground ball in the hole. Long throw for Harrelson, and he got him by half a step. Great throw by Buddy Harrelson. Flashing, showing off the leather, showing off the cannon. He's only 160 pounds, but man, you wouldn't know it with how he throws. That was 6. It was 3 runs. It was no 0-0 there. And then bottom of the 6th, it was 0-0. On top of the 7th, it's 0-0. All right. So we go to the bottom of the 7th now. So Shamsky should be leading off. Mazarowski with that ground ball to short. And that's a 6 and a 7. A 6 and a 7 will be a 1-5 single or a line out to third base, and he lines it to third, L5. Again, that's another L5. Should be L3 because he's a lefty pull guy type. So we'll just switch that and make them L3s. We know more than the game in 1970 anyway. All right. And here's Ron Sobota with 1 out. That's a 2 and a 5, and that'll be a base on balls number 6 by Ellis. Kenny Boswell with a hit and run. There he goes. And that's a 7, and the 7 should be a batter misses pitch, roll a 20-side die for a stolen base. And what is he? He is a D stealer. That means he's going to get caught. He's 1-9. He is out by a lot. So it's 2-6. And Boswell now with a 5 and a 4, and that's a ground ball. Third baseman X. Third base is Pagan. I made Pagan a 3 because I had to create his. I didn't have a card, so I just made him a 3. So Pagan is a 3, and we're going to roll here, and we roll a 13, and that's an out. Picks it up, throws the first in time. 5-3 put out. Go to the top of the 8th. Koosman. It's a 3 and a 7, and that's a ground ball. Harrelson handles it. And we get Clemente. Clemente's out. Here's Bob Robertson, pitch from Koosman. A 1 and an 8, and that's going to be a fly ball. Down the line in the corner, Jones. Nice running catch, Cleon Jones. Here's Jose Pagan. Pagan with a 6 and a 5, and that's a drive. That's a drive, and that will fall in there and get cut off for a single. Could have been a double, but Jones got over there quickly. 2-out single for Jose Pagan. He's 1 for 3 today. And here's Ali, who's 1 for 3. Koosman looks into Grody for the sign, sets the deal. And that is a 3, and an 11 is going to be a drive. And that's going to be a double. We're going to try to score Pagan. And Pagan, I believe, is a 1-13. And here's the play at the plate, and he is safe. So the game is tied. RBI for Ali, huge. Drives in number 5. 2-out double for Ali to tie up the game. And it's Oliver. Pitch from Koosman. And that's a 6 and an 8, and that's a ball 4, and that's going to be all for Koosman. We're going to pull him. Like I said, we had to hold off a little bit. Let's see who we have here in the bullpen that I have in my cards. I'm going to bring in Ron Taylor. And I'm going to have to go to the supermarket and get some lemonade. Some out of lemonade. Ron Taylor's coming in. Koosman went 8.2. No, 7.2, excuse me. And Taylor will be coming in to face May. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be a 1 and 11. A 1 and 11 is going to be a ground ball shortstop, and Harrison flips to the second baseman, Boswell, to end the inning. So it's 6-4. May bounces out. 1 hopper to Harrelson, who underhands it over to Boswell. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th, all tied at 5 apiece. The Pirates with 5 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error, while the New York Mets have 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. So 1 run on 2 hits, excuse me. The big double by Gene Alley. All right, here's going to be Jerry Grody leading off the inning. Doc Ellis still in there. If he gets in trouble, we'll pull him. It's a 1 and an 8, and that's going to be a splits, double single, and that's going to be a single. And we're going to get Koosman. No, Koosman's been pulled. And we'll leave Taylor there to bunt, because it doesn't really matter. So he's going to bunt. And that's an 11. And that, I believe, is not going to be a good bunt. An 11, his batter pops up. So pop up. So it's a single for Grody. And it's a pop up to the first baseman. And here's the top of the order. Tommy Agee, 286, 24 home runs, had a good season, 30 doubles, 7 triples, 156 strikeouts. Holy smokes, that's a lot of strikeouts for 1970. All right, let's see. We're gonna let Ellis pitch to 1 more. See what happens. It's a 2 and a 6, and that's going to be a ball 4. That's a 7th walk, and that'll be it for Ellis. So let's pull Ellis. And we don't have anybody really. We don't have a lot of relief in the bullpen. We got Justy Gibbon. I think we have Gibbon in there. We have Luke Walker, Moose, Justy. I'm going to go with, who do we have up now? Harrelson, switch hitter. Got mostly righties. So maybe we should go with Justy. Yeah, let's go with Justy. Dave Justy comes in. And Ellis went 7.1. So both pitchers went 7. Dave Justy comes in. Did I write his name with a Y? All right, Buddy Harrelson. First and second, 1 out. Here's Buddy. Big opportunity for Buddy to be the hero. And that's going to be a 6 and a 10, and it's a fly ball center field B. I don't know what the B means. He scores from third, but nobody's on third. The B means runner on third scores. Everybody else hauls. So what did I say it was? It was a 6 and a 10 and a fly ball center field. Alu right there. 2 out. Up comes Joe Foy, right-handed hitter. It's a pitch from Justy. And that's a 6 and a 12 is a ground ball. 1 hopper to the first baseman. Nice scoop by Al Oliver, and that will end the inning. All right, we go to the top of the 9th, all tied at 5. Both teams have 10 hits. And we have the pitcher leading off. Let's just bring in Sanguian, the catcher. Let's do a double switch. Pitcher there. And let's just go back a couple. There we go. And Agee walked. And now we're going to pull a double switch. Sanguian's going to go to 9. And then we're going to get the pitcher, the new pitcher here, Justy, is going to go to the catcher. And catcher Sanguian. And that's it. Confirmed. So leading off is going to be Sanguian. I don't even know if, yeah, Sanguian's there, because otherwise he wouldn't be on the roster. So he was, I don't know why he didn't start that season. Don't get it. Kind of weird to me, because he had a good season. Let's see, where is Sanguian? There he is. Manny Sanguian is going to lead off. Let's do this. Here's a pitch from Taylor. So 1 and an 8. That's going to be a ground ball, hit hard down the line, and oh, Pagan comes up with it. Backhands, long throw to first, scooped out of the dirt by Shamsky to get Sanguian. So Sanguian hits it hard down the line, but a great play by the. Wait a second. No, that didn't make any sense. I didn't give Harrelson flight out. Hey, I got to do this before the whole thing happens. Hold on. Okay, now it's Sanguian pulls it, and that's Foy with the great play. Excuse me, I knew something was wrong. Okay, 1 out. 1 out, and top of the order. Alu today is 1 for 4 with a run scored. And that is a 5 and a 7, and that's a 1-5 home run. Deep drive to right, and that ball is caught at the track. F9. There's a splits. That's the nice thing about it. You always got that extra drama, right, with Strat-O-Matic, because you got a lot of those splits. And then you got, Fall Classic Baseball has that as well. I really like that about both these games. And here's Mazurowski with a 2 and a 9, and that's a fly ball. A drive to left center field, and running it down is Tommy Agee. So it's 3 up, 3 down. Fly out 9, fly out 8. All right, bottom of the 9th. Cleon Jones leading off. Dave Justy, the pitcher. And that's a 3 and a 6, and that's a fly ball to left. Easy pickings for Robertson in left. Normally he plays a lot of first base, but he's out in left field. Here's Shamsky now with a 1 and an 8, and that's a ball 4. So Shamsky walks. That's the winning run, by the way. Here's Ron Sobota. Pitch from Justy. That's a 2 and a 6, and that's ball 4. That pushes the winning run to second base. Back-to-back walks. So Sanguian's going to go out to talk to Justy. And we're going to take a little sip. Bottom of the 9th, we got runners on first and second for the Mets. With only 1 out. And here comes Boswell, the lefty. And Justy checks the sign with Sanguian. He sets some deals. That's a 4 and an 8. It's going to be a strikeout. Big K of Boswell. And now it's Jerry Grody. With 2 out and 2 on. Pitch from Justy, and that's a 6 and a 10 is a fly ball, a drive, and Alu runs it down to retire the side. Looked like it was going to drop for a split second, but no. No runs, no hits, a couple left, the 2 walks. And we will go to the top of the 10th inning. We're going to change this a little bit. We're going to start using the column system. I go straight down the columns. Roberto Clemente is leading off against Ron Taylor. That's a 3 and a 10, and a 3 and a 10 is line base hit. Ripped to center field, a frozen rope off the bat of Roberto Clemente. Here's Bob Robertson now. A big power hitter, and that's a 4, and that's ripped to the shortstop. That's going to be a tailor-made double play. It's going to go to Harrelson, to Boswell, back to Shamsky. 6-4-3 double play. So a single and 6-4-3 double play, and here is Pagan. Pagan with a 3 and an 11. Struck him out. That retires the side. And this is how I do it now, right? I go 10, I write 10, and I go the line right here. Okay, and then it's going to be the pitcher leading off. Taylor's already gone. Taylor's gone 2 and a third. 2 and a third, and we'll get a pinch hitter. Get a pinch hitter for Taylor. Who's it going to be? We got Justy up there. Clendenin can change this game with 1 swing of the bat. We're going to bring in Don Clendenin. And then we're going to have a new pitcher, and who's it going to be? Well, we'll have to look then. All right. Here goes. Clendenin batting. Here's a pitch from Justy, and that's a 3 and a 5. Struck him out. 1 down. Big strikeout for Justy. To a very dangerous batter. Here's Tommy Agee, another dangerous batter who has good home run power, but we got to hit his 1 column. And we're going to get it? No, we're not going to get that 1 column. We're going to get his strikeout column, and that's ripped to short. Alley up with it, fires the first in time. Got a 5-5 tie here in the bottom of the 10th inning, 2 outs, and it's Buddy Harrelson. Buddy Harrelson with a 3 and a 4, and that's ball 4, so Harrelson walks. And next up is Joe Foy with a 6, and a 6 is a base hit single. And Harrelson's pretty quick, so he's going to go to third, and he is safe over there. So first and third. Foy rips a single to left center field. And here comes Cleon Jones, probably the best hitter they have. What we're going to do is load the bases. Going to walk Cleon and face Shamsky. Here's the pitch. Winning run is 90 feet away with Harrelson. 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Justy. That's going to be a 3 and a 6, and that is a base hit, and the Mets win it. Shamsky lines one to right center field, drops between Alou and Clemente. Neither of them could get it, and the Mets win it by a score of 6-5. Scoring is that was the other inning. Hold on. Scoring is, wait, let me fix that because that makes it look confusing. Scoring is Harrelson from third, and the Mets win it. What a great game this was. Played pretty quickly as well, so I don't have to complain. Harrelson scores. The winning hit is going to be Art Shamsky, who actually hit the ball hard a couple of times, hit 2-line drives to first base, and walked in the first, walked in the 9th, and here in the 10th he wins it, drives in Buddy Harrelson. The miracle Mets, and the miracle continues. So, all right, so the winner is going to be Ron Taylor, and the loser is going to be Dave Justy. Ron Sobota, the MVP. Sobota, what did he do today? He was 3 walks and 2 hits, including 2 RBIs. That was caught stealing. But we're gonna make Art Shamsky the MVP because of that big hit at the end, and to win the game 6-5. So it was Pittsburgh 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. The Mets 6 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. And that's about it. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. I hope you enjoyed the presentation of the Classic Cards 1970 one-side basic. There's not much, there's no bells and whistles with this, but I'm sure you go back and you can remember where you were when you first got this set back in 1971. You ordered some cards and you got the 70 set. By 72 they started, now they had 2 sides. They're going to have the splits on the other side, which is going to be very cool. And that's it. Remember to join Universal Baseball Association. Remember to like and subscribe. I get a lot of views, but not that many likes. So if you're watching, please hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. And And that's it. So the final score is the Mets 6 and the Pirates 5 in 10 innings. Exciting game, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I just want to look quickly at the box score for the pitchers. Koosman went 7 and 2/3, 10 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Ellis 7.1, 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 7 walks, 6 strikeouts. And Taylor won it with 2.1 innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. The loser, Justy, 2.1, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks. So the Mets reached base 11 times on base on balls, plus they had 12 hits. That's 23 men reaching base, plus an error. That's 24 men reaching base. And they were only able to score 6 runs, so they left a lot of men on base. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.